legend. You're a legend. You're a legend. I think you need to think carefully about all of this. I think everything what you're doing is right. If I can help in any way, if you need any sort of feedback from a man who's sort of been through homeless shelters, been through homelessness, and knows it quite well. I wouldn't say I have an in-depth knowledge, but I've done it all, and I've got that aspect as somebody who's sort of really not from that background, who's gone into it and then come out of it. I try to include all that in some of this here as well, but sometimes I don't know if I'm talking to or what kind of audience I'm talking to as well, so I don't want to like expose too many weaknesses and like say too much stuff about how it affects you mentally, being homeless. I suppose you can still sort of call them. I like it, mate. I think it's alright, but some people might call this homeless, but so yeah, like as far as people say, it's strange. I know William to be the advocate for homelessness, so like to me, it's just like a normal thing. But like as long as I started taking a real interest in royal family and politics, it's obviously I used to buzz off royal family as a kid and watch it all on news and stuff like that. But I knew about stuff and went to castles and blah 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 with my nana and stuff like that on holiday. But whether any of them were up to do, we were rightly past one. Anyway, but yeah, I've watched William and Harry grow up and that, and fucking like I've spoke about stuff like fucking before and like fucking we're not on that subject anyway. Like I say, any help that you need, any sort of feedback, just don't like feel scared to put questionnaires out and stuff like that to try and get an in-depth thing. I think you're a great advocate for it, regardless of your background. Like I think I reckon like just by facing your kids when they see stuff and stuff like that, they're intrigued by life in general. You can see that, and it's I think they are quite open-minded. They're not too snobby, your kids. Right, fair. We went to a common school. We all know what we're fucking crack with deputy headmaster, so they're as common as anyone, really. Fucking, you know what I mean? They've been close to fucking stuff as much as anybody else should be. But they shouldn't, you know, you shouldn't be any closer than that, should you? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. You shouldn't be close to them at all, but yeah, like scary stuff, isn't it? But yeah, like I'm saying about the canals, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking, I think before I'd rather. I say I'd rather, and it's not my choice. It's not up to me. Fair enough. Your son's a bit king and that lot. Fucking, I don't want to argue too much with you about it because fucking, then you're more likely to take on board what I say in future. But legitimately, I think if I had your land, look, bog-eyed on some of this, man. Fucking, if I had your land, and the house and stuff like that, and the houses and the properties what you've got, rather than putting social housing on the estate, or if I was going to, it wouldn't be permanent social housing because that wouldn't be my permanent solution. So it'd be just like little prop up chalets, bro. Now, if you're gonna I swear to God, right, and people are giving them away. And if you like run a drive and say, here, if you can bring me a fucking, if you're wanting to get, you're looking to get rid of these things, if people, you will get truck drivers and stuff like that who were like, yeah, well, I'm coming down that way next week. I'll pick this one, what are they? What are they called now? Static caravans. Static caravan, and some of it, the as long as they're watertight, and you can get a team down there of fucking, you need one or two like that work, and then fucking like a team of people like use sorry, I don't mean to say use, but utilize the workforce that you've got there, or what could be a workforce, into doing up the rest of it. It's only fiberglassing on roof, innit? It's a piece of piss. Fucking wear a mask and all that, like PPE and rest of it. Fucking legitimately, like, if you're gonna do it, do that, I'd suggest, right? Rather than a permanent solution, building something on your property. I understand what, like, to make, but the fact that you've done it, the notion is enough. I understand, like, won't leave a footprint and fucking where's a nice building would, but like, I don't know, cost wise, to build something that's gonna last for a long, long time. This getting stuff for free, it's less of a cost to you, isn't it? But me personally, I mean, alongside that static caravans idea, there's loads of static caravans. People are giving them away all year round, but I don't want it. Fucking, all you need to do is just get lorry drivers or whatever that are gonna come down and drop it off, sort of like as a charitable thing. But then all you need to do is basically put a hard standing down, and it's just a concrete base, and that's a piece of piss. And fucking and then a toilet block or something like that. Toilet block thing. Come on, man, that's a good idea. But my other suggestion is opening up parts at Canal. I've gone on about it, banged on about it, and if you've ever seen out about it, I know I've sparked a bit of intrigue, and you'll have thought about what I've said. I think like pre-made stuff. It's just it's the boats, isn't it? It's getting the boats. I understand that, but like, I think there can be fabricated steel boats, like made from steel for about. I think somebody said to me they got two made for $9,000 or something. Fucking, but it were a while ago, back in '90s, I think. So fucking, might be a bit more dearer now. For steel ones, they were like 50 or 60 foot or something. Like these plastic things, you're talking less than, I'd say like a couple of £1,000 making cost, maybe maximum, if you're mass producing them. These like 27. Well, this is 23, but and this is ample, like a bedsit size for one single man. And I've got two dogs as well. There's plenty enough space. And like up to a 27 foot is a reasonable size for these plastic boats, I think. And fucking, probably get them up to 30 foot. But price depends on size, doesn't it? Sort of thing. But they can be made cheap, and that could be a more permanent solution if we localised stuff to waterways and opened up new waterways. Depends what's viable, but I just think if you put your money into waterways rather than putting, I know that's cheeky because I already live on waterways, but I'm not really, don't spend any money on this, but I'll dig it out myself. No, I'm joking. Like, I won't dig it all out myself. Like, I'll just dig bits out I want to dig out. But I've got ideas for Canal anyway as well to boost income off of that, and fucking and it's not ridiculously expensive for anybody. £5 a year or something like that, and it just brings in an extra income, doesn't it? saving your money getting free fucking chalets, put your money into opening up new waterways, new space to, because one of his is advocate for that as well, Prince of Wales, and I think it'd be brilliant for you to be able to merge both ideas. There's like in Bradford, I've been up and down all that canal, so there's churches. I pulled up at one bit, right, and fucking it would be far near Wigan somewhere, I can't remember. And there was an Aldi, SCS sofas, JD Gym, JD Sports, B&M Bargains, Costa Coffee. Was it Costa? Yeah, I think it was a Costa. Fucking. What else was there? You're all like this massive retail park, bang next to canal. You're like fucking sick as fuck. We were like, but there was no like localised to it. There were just fields and like a main road through it. This was like on edge of some town or something, and it just ran alongside the canal. But it was just perfect. Fucking. Like I say, in Salt Hill, there's like fucking this. Not schools next to it, but they like within fucking half a mile or something, easily to walk to. Fucking our secondary school, like other side of the park, innit? It's just some. I don't know, like COVID a little bit. Like showed us education accounts and fucking. Because the thing is, you got to think, William, like building a social housing on your thing, you've got to sewerage. You've got dogs on there as well. And then you've got you got to have a school, any religions. You've got to facilitate stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking. It's all stuff you got to think of. Now, if you had chalets, you could have a mosque chalet. Fucking shit. The thing about chalets is they're not a permanent solution. The permanent solution is to move people on and stop the fucking middleman, stop the middle ground, isn't it? So it's fucking. Like, I can tell you where Orton housing and that failed and going about that, but I know homeless shelters and fucking how they stick fucking druggies fucking like smackheads with fucking young'uns and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's like fucking I've never taken a smack in my life. I don't want to be around smackheads. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking. It's like it's fucked up culture and homeless shelters, and you don't get any help unless you're on drugs. So that's the bit of a shit. And you got to think about that if you're doing social housing on your fucking estate as well. Needle banks and fucking stuff like that lying about. Your kids could fall on or drug usage and stuff like that. Fucking, you got to take a lot into consideration, man. Whereas opening out canal, sort of still leaving them to their own, but at least they've got a roof over their head, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? It's fucking, and then set up stuff that's along canal. Because there's plenty of buildings. It's just fucking where they are. The thing is, the canal spreads right out into the countryside, but fucking, and then comes back into the cities up here, and then the rest of it's like sort of majority of it's through. There's a lot of countryside on it, but and that's like part of the beauty of the canal, and not something that we want to get rid of, but fucking, it's not going to work for us to have more like toilet places. Like I was saying with COVID with kids and stuff like that, it's more there should be a child's school account, and you log into that every day. So you log into that, do your maths lesson. Log into that, do your English lesson. That way, when you go to fucking, and your teacher should be briefed on knowing all of that coursework for that year group's stuff. So right from beginning to front, back to front. So if you've progressed on your fucking working through year, and you go move to school, say, then you should be able to just crock up in that school, pull out your laptop, log into your fucking school account, and then when you're stuck, that teacher can come and help you because she's briefed or he's briefed on the whole curriculum year for that year. Do you know what I mean? So it's about facilitating. I know it's facilitating travelling, isn't it? But it's fucking, and they were trying to get travellers off at fucking roads and stuff like that. But if we're making more spaces for people to travel, then there's a cheaper way of living, isn't there? Realistically, like you say, not everybody's got a driving license, and that's where your boat comes into play, because you don't need a fucking driving license for a boat, and you can get some shitty little outboards. You can get them made out of strimmers and fucking, so you can get cheaper ones for fucking China. Do you know what I mean? It's not. They do. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking. It's all affordable. You can get. What they need to do is facilitate loans, and then the thing is, right? I'm not like having a go at anybody, but fucking, if you got a loan, right? You should be able to get a £3,000 loan on your fucking dough. Do you know what I mean? The fact of the matter is, if the government give you a loan, the government or whoever, if somebody, right, if we can set up a fucking boat building place, right, and these can build them for fucking 1,500 quid, and build fucking hundreds of them, just a shell, no else, no windows, not fuck all, and fucking, we'll pay them fucking £2,000 per unit, and fucking get the dole to front paying them the £2,000, and then just fucking call it a quits on the fucking person, and just keep giving the person the fucking benefits. And then when they're ready to work, they can work from the boat, or go to work wherever they're working. They can travel, move, take their house with them. It's open to more fucking places, to get more housing in more places. That way, and fucking, then that's it, innit? It's not, none of this is going to benefit me at all. I just think it's a really good idea to help a lot of people out. If then they aren't paying the fucking housing benefit anyway, are they? It's less cost to the government in the long run. £3,000, like, paid. They'll pay the fucking £800 a year or whatever fucking thing, and you'll have to fit the fucking boat out yourself. But you know what I mean? A bit of bedding and fucking, I don't know, yeah, like, look at windows and fucking this that and other. But the idea is there, if you sold them for fucking 10 grand a fucking piece, 20 grand a piece, something like that. You know what I mean? No, these boats belong to government or something like that. You can't fucking do this, you can't do that. With certain restrictions, you know what I mean? You can't sell it. Fucking, and you can't move it. You won't be given another house, you have to move the boat. And if your family grows too big, then you facilitate a bigger boat. I don't fucking know. It depends what level of care we're willing to fucking offer, doesn't it? And how long we want to give we want to do it for. Because you do get some people who've, like, it's just never going to work, they've never worked to live in social housing. They had 3 kids, and gonna have 3 more. Fucking, and they're never gonna work. You know what I mean? What, we're gonna facilitate that, or we're gonna say, look, you'll have to squash in a 3-person vote instead. You know what I mean? I don't know. It depends, doesn't it? Or you have to squash in a 3-person house, or three. What are you gonna do on your estate? Do you know what I mean? What are you gonna build on there? Like when the family grows, or they don't want to move out, or they start kicking off. Comes fucking news thingies, police are called, and just be careful with it all, man. I'm not discouraging you at all. I'm just saying, like, fucking weigh up your options and see where's best. I'm encouraging it. I'm great. I'm fucking buzzing that you're gonna go like one step further. Fucking like really get yourself involved in it. Like I thought it did a fair bit anyway, but just from what I've seen you doing, but like university and that lot. But yeah, crack on with it. Just think about it all, man. Don't be fucking hurting yourself. You know what I mean? Don't mug yourself, bro.